This is how we do things. This is what I teach. This is what we want to do. Is it totally unlike this? Nope, not really. Not totally unlike, but it's different. Like Vicky's a human and Grant's a human. So they're the same, but they're not. Grant's a male, she's a female. Well, I don't know about Grant. I think he's a guy. You look and talk like a guy, so it must be a guy. But today, dude, I don't know. Anyways, you get it. So it's funny. But you understand, so it's different, but similar. You guys got it? But it's not like something that people can't do, but it just makes sense to do it that way. So good. When real estate agents or brokers tell me, oh yeah, man, we got a cash offer site kind of like that. And I was like, oh yeah, but you guys don't make money with it. And people are like, you're right, we don't. All right, we'll make a pile of it because it's being leveraged properly, the way it's intended to be. But you have to go and build it that way. And most people aren't doing that. I showed it to you. Property alerts, don't sell real estate. Home reports, don't sell real estate. Market snapshots, don't sell real estate. The offers aren't there. They're not positioned properly. They're not being leveraged. So we come in and we put the Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty system to it. And all of a sudden, people are making a lot of money. Customers, no problem. Getting business, that sort of thing. So that's the takeaway today. You're not going to walk into Keller Williams, Remax, Coldwell Banker. I don't care who you are, what you're doing. You're not going to walk in there and use their thing, and all of a sudden your life is going to be different. You're going to have to change it because these things are built for the masses of people that don't sell real estate. What was it in Phoenix last year? 72% of all the real estate agents didn't sell a house in 2024. Is that right? So my point is if you don't want any part of that, you got to put daylight between you and how they do things. How do those 70 some odd percent of people that didn't sell a home last year, the 99% that make under 300,000, how do they do things? 99% of real estate agents are lazy and don't work hard. Are you going to tell me that? No, it's not true. Don't tell yourself that. That will prevent you from doing something different. They're just doing the wrong things. Why are they doing the wrong things? Because that's the way it's been done at that real estate company for eons. There you go. Now what? Well, let's go to another week here. You guys like this. So we'll go to the business plan. We'll pull this out. Starting point number one is to understand how artificial intelligence works. You guys are going to like this. You guys know how AI works? How does it get its information? Scraping the web. You got it. You hit around on it. Good job. So AI gets its information scraping the web. You guys got it? And it's got to make a decision of whether it's going to present to the handler or prompter what it's scraping. It's got to make sense of it all and get the right thing, that what it believes the prompter is looking for. In other words, and if it doesn't, then the prompter gets pissed and goes and uses a different AI because there's competition in artificial intelligence, as you guys know this. Now, you don't need to look no further than is there competition, is that there's a little case in the news right now where one of the AI companies, I think it might have been OpenAI, helped some young person kill themselves. That's a result of competition, let me tell you. Don't kid yourself and think it's not. The AI is doing that based on it's a competitive environment. So I got to help my prompter get what they want. You guys understand that? That's competition. If there was no competition, probably would never happen. Okay? So now they got to figure out how to make it work with competition, safeguards and all that. This is a great market opportunity for you. That's horrible and horrific, but it does present opportunities for us. But understand, you've got to be pretty good at this. So if you have dysfunction in your business, the AI is going to discount you. It can't afford to look bad. What kind of dysfunction then would it be? It would be alignment of everything. Alignment. In other words, if I went and looked at some of you guys' profiles on Zillow, you look completely different on Facebook. You look different on Google Business than you do on Zillow. So everywhere you show up, it's not the same. So the AI is, I'm not going to promote you because I don't even know do you do this or do you do that? Are you trying to be all things to all people? If you think it's going to promote a real estate agent who says, I sell real estate, I can help you, you're wrong. So this is about niche. It's about direct marketing and standing for something. So yes, we were pretty smart. It was pretty genius to position everything the same. Social media, Google Business, your online profiles, everything needs to be exact. And if you got some of it wrong, your score falls. So everybody understand how AI works now? You will get promoted by AI for free. But you've got to clean up the dysfunction in your business. This is an advantage that Your Home Sold has that Keller Williams can't pull off, Remax cannot pull it off. Not a single agent there can do it. So we're going to win and they're going to lose. And that's my job, is to make Carol a winner, and she crushes the competition. And there's enough business in Phoenix for about 300-year home sold people. That's it. That's a limit that we put on it. So if you look right here, and we use Gemini as an example, first of all, this is Carol. When I met Carol, she was doing around $1 million selling real estate at KW. And a lot of people say, why would somebody make a change, making $1 million a year? I was like, I don't know, ask Carol. Maybe she wanted to make $5 million. This is Scott Caldwell over here. He's a #1 real estate agent in Ocala, Florida, does about $4 million in revenue. And when I first met Scott, he was doing about 200. What do these guys do? It's not a secret. But the first thing we had to do is we had to follow this rule right here. So when it says how Google rankings work, that's Gemini. You guys got it? OpenAI works exactly the same. So do the others. First of all, what does that mean? TJ Andrus. What is the meaning of that? And the answer is, I don't know. So I can't make sense of it. So if that's your brand, if that's what you're promoting, you're going to do pretty well with your friends and your family and some referrals. But you're going to stop right there. You're going to lose ground in the marketplace to people who can define what they do by existence. You guys tracking now? This is awesome. This is not a norm in real estate. I had a decision to make. I own a real estate company and it's going pretty well, but I'm noticing some constraints on the scale of the business. Timing. Because the business was small, only had 100 agents, I didn't have 20,000 like EXP. Had 100. EXP couldn't walk in and change its thing. But I could, because I only had 100. So I had a strategic advantage. I was small. If I was Gary Keller or EXP or the guys at RE/MAX, I'm FUCKED'd. I can't make that change. I got to figure out how to keep it going, man, and try to make this thing work with what we got. And that's the problem. You guys got it now? So timing has a lot to do with these things. So it's not that Todd's a genius, it was just timing. I was small enough to be able to make the change based on the trends in the marketplace. Because this came at the end, not at the beginning. That's what everybody needs to know here. The brand positioning came at the end. It was the last piece of the puzzle, right, Carol? It was not the beginning. Meaning, next is relevance. How's that, Todd Walters? How's that relevant? RE/MAX. How's that going to help me get my home sold? You guys tracking?
It's not.
So you want to promote the solution. You don't want to be a problem. The solution is what it's looking for. So the harder AI has to work to make sense of what do you do? How do you do it? How's it work? The tougher it's going to be for you. You got to spend more money to get a customer than somebody else that doesn't have to do that. And then the rest of it falls right into place there.